Hi everyone, this is Becky from Becky's Baskets, back with another tip for helping you make great pine needle baskets. Today I'm going to show you how to shape the sides of your basket. If you have any of my beginner pine needle basketry kits, this tutorial will apply to all of them. What do I mean by shaping? Once you have finished the flat bottom of your basket, you need to decide if you want it to flare up gradually like this one, or maybe you want the sides to come straight up like this basket, or possibly go out and in and out again like this one. However you decide to shape it, you'll need to pay attention to needle placement. That's what I'm going to show you today. There are other ways to shape your baskets. Here's an example of shaping done with beads. You can also use windows or openings that cause the shape of the basket to change. This one uses nut slices to affect the shape. But today we're going to work completely on needle placement. So here's a flat base that I have just recently finished. Now I want the sides to start coming up. I've decided I want a gradual flare outward, so I'm going to use an angled stitch to help me to accomplish that. With my bright pink needle, so that you can see it easily, I'm going to show you what I mean. Normally, when you're doing a flat base, you stitch your stitches with the needle parallel to the coil below. This helps them to build evenly on top of each other. But when I want to start angling up, I'm going to stitch with my needle at an angle. In order to build the side toward me, I'm going to stitch slightly higher in the coil, and I'm going to come at an angle downward toward me. So my needle will slant toward me. And when I pull that tight, I'm also pulling the coil forward a little bit so that it builds on top of the lower coil, but not flat. It starts to build a side. Again, I'm starting a little higher in the coil and coming out a little lower in the coil. So I'm angling the needle toward me, and I'm also pulling the coil toward me at the same time. The greater the angle and the harder I pull the coil toward me, the more suddenly the sides will build. This one, I just want to have a gradual side, so I'm just angling it slightly. Here's an example of one where I've gone all the way around with that slight angle, but now I want the sides to start to go straight up. So I'm going to pull the coil more dramatically toward me. And now I'm going to go back to my parallel stitch because I just want the sides to build exactly on top of one another, not at that flare. So that will pull the coil right on top of the other. Now suppose you want to curve outward, like in this one, instead of up toward you. Then you would push the coil away from you as you stitch, and the angle of your needle will be different. You'll start very low on the lower coil and come out higher. So starting lower, coming out higher, and pushing the coil away from you as you stitch. That will make the basket start to curve down. It's all about the angle of the needle and how tightly you pull the coil. Some people, when they're beginning, pull the coil so tightly toward them because they're holding it so tight that it's hard for them to get the flat base. Remember that the flat base requires your needle to be parallel and for the needles to just lay gently on top of each other, not be pulled one direction or the other. I hope this short video makes it easy to shape the sides of your next pine needle basket. Please like and subscribe below so that you won't miss my next tip for creating pine needle baskets. If you are a beginner and need help getting started with coiling, check out my Etsy shop and my beginner kits, which come with detailed color instructions and all the supplies you need to get started. Links to my website and Etsy shop are in the description below. Thanks for watching and happy coiling!